Abdullah Mason has knocked out almost everyone he's ever faced.
Left uppercut again!
Most of those fights didn't even get past the halfway point, and at his age, that's something almost nobody in boxing has done. In this video, we're going to show you every one of them. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. We're starting at Madison Square Garden, where Mason was in against Barrera on one of the biggest stages the sport has.
All right, here we go. Fight 2 on our 9-fight schedule card. And Angel Barrera right away, Tim Bradley
That's
is
right.
Getting to work against the young Abdullah Mason.
That's exactly what you want to do. You know you're not going to beat him in a boxing match, so you take it to him. Barrera understands that, but he better be cautious. This is the first round.
Tim Bradley and Christina Poncher taking you through this one. Abdullah Mason is on your list of double stamp prospects. Tell the people why.
Skill set, good defense. He's physically strong, technically sound. Psychologically, this young man, I mean, when I talk to him in the fighter meetings, he sounds like he has it all together.
I got a heads up on Abdullah Mason from Shakur Stevenson, who told me
Early in the round, Barrera was already setting the pace, going punch after punch on Mason.
turned pro at 17, top rank, signed him, and he said he gave me some great work in sparring. He's up next. Some good body work there from Barrera. Barrera had some good sparring to prepare for this fight. Sparred with Gio Cabrera, Joshua Greer.
Watch your heads, watch your
Resides
heads.
in Chicago, had a 5-week camp, and feels really good about taking on Abdullah Mason because he knows he has even though 4 fights to 4 fights, he has more experience in the ring, gone a full 8 rounds in his last fight, but Abdullah Mason lands a sneaky right hand there. A little bit of blood coming out from the nose of Barrera.
Mason showed his durability right after that, taking all of it without slowing down and landing shot after shot on Barrera.
Counter there with the left hand after the stab jab from Barrera.
See, that's what I like, that stab jab.
Good body work there from Barrera as well.
Look, I just try to help the young fighters out there, you know. I mean, I critique you because I've been in there and I know what it takes. These young men, they have a lot more skill than I had when I was up, but I just had a lot of will. And I had a high ring IQ. But that's the reason why I'm able to kind of dissect these young fighters and help them out, Christina. That's it.
So what would you say if you were in the Barrera corner, what he can do right now against Mason?
He needs to slow it down.
Gets a slight warning to keep his punches up, but he has gone to the body and seems to work well. And good counter shot. And again, I mean,
There it is.
By this round, it was obvious who had taken the fight over, with Mason outboxing Barrera and landing the cleaner punches.
That's a beautiful jab right there. Nice, stiff jab. Nice.
nice
Look at
dig with that right hand and finished with that counter left up top.
See, now you're seeing Mason on the attack. Good feint. Oh, goodness.
The first 6-rounder for Abdullah Mason and his first fight in New York City, which he was really excited about when I talked to him earlier as well. The concrete jungle where dreams are made of, Tim.
Hand speed and power. Great accuracy as well. Young man, you see the little...
Barrera was slowing down from all the damage Mason's heavy shots had done, and Mason was already lining something up for him.
Doing a lot of great things inside that pocket.
You can hear the Mason corner saying it's over, it's over. They're sensing that. And he got caught with a shot there, Tim.
But the thing is that the referee didn't see the glove touch
He
the
didn't
canvas.
see it, but his
or maybe
glove.
he did.
Yep, his glove absolutely did touch the canvas. We'll have to get another look at that.
I understand this is happening in real speed.
I caught it.
Yeah, you did catch it. Absolutely.
But we're at a different angle than the referee is.
All that offense from Mason right now.
Oh, and that one puts
goodness.
down Barrera.
My goodness.
4, 5.
Everything was all established off that solid jab right there, but beautiful, nice little swivel jab right there, straight left hand right down the middle. No, like I told you in the beginning.
He's ready to go, but just under a minute.
After that devastating shot, Barrera was back on his feet, and Mason had no intention of letting him settle.
Top with the left. Good counter shot. That one puts him down again for the second time here in round 3.
4, 5, 6, 7. One last shot.
Barrera's doing the right thing. He's using his legs now buy himself some time to clear his head.
Barrera just trying to get to that bell and get back to his corner.
That's right. So he can recover.
Mason pouring it on. At least Barrera answers there. And he throws him down. Let's see. I don't think a knockdown. Contrary to what we and everybody else just heard, they're going to let Angel Barrera continue, and I think that they should give him another chance. He said he's okay. He wants to go. We'll see what we see here. You know, Barrera's, you're a fighter, Tim. You know he's going to want to fight this out.
And look, he ain't won a round. He ain't won a round. The referee better save his life.
And there it is. He stepped in.
And by the 4th round, the referee had seen enough and called a stop to it.
Look, he's doing out.
Taking that many clean shots and still trying to come forward said everything about how tough Barrera was. Luis Fernandez was next, from much earlier in Mason's career, back when nobody outside the sport knew his name yet.
The same thing. The same thing you've seen early on in his career. This kid is fantastic.
I mean, he can do damage with one shot, and when he puts them together, Tim, next level stuff.
Yeah, but you hear all these people, oh, he's not fighting anybody, he's not fighting anybody. Okay, I understand that, but it's how you get rid of these guys that you're not fighting. No doubt, but when you can do it at this level against this type of competition, oh my goodness.
And the right that starts the combination now for Mason, who has the angles, who studies the greats in the sport.
Right from the start of the round, Mason was taking over against Fernandez, and he already had him stumbling.
This is a young man that understands distance. See, he's not crowding himself. He's allowing himself to be able to extend.
I mean, he can do damage with one shot, and when he puts them together, Tim, next level stuff.
Yeah, but you hear all these people, oh, he's not fighting anybody, he's not fighting anybody. Okay, I understand that, but it's how you get rid of these guys that you're not fighting. No doubt, but when you can do it at this level against this type of competition, oh my goodness.
And the right that starts the combination now for Mason, who AOA Gym Abundant Outreach Association helps at youth risk with discipline through boxing. And right now,
I don't care how much he's throwing right now. If I'm in his corner right now, I'm stepping in and stopping, and we going home.
Yeah, Mason is stepping into his punches right now. Oh, and there you see how precise he is. Sets up a right uppercut, follows it up with the left.
Go down there and test that body. Look at that uppercut off the jab. You don't see that often, honestly.
Each shot is vicious. He's got bad intentions, but he's under control. But this fight has to be over. And finally,
Late in the 1st round, the referee stepped in and waved it off.
in for the Abdullah Mason technical knockout at the end of round 1.
Where's the corner?
Declaring your winner by technical knockout, Abdullah Mason.
Fernandez never even got the chance to find out what he was up against. Angel Rebollar was next, and he had no plans on going anywhere early.
And he knows that a win tonight can change his life.
Of course, these are big opportunities, and a lot of times young fighters like this young man.
Knockdown over here.
First
2,
knockdown.
3,
Wow.
4.
That was fast.
5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your gloves. You ready?
Bad start for Rebollar, as Mason, once again, showing his skill. Everything behind the jab and a good defense. As Rebollar tries to close the gap.
Barrera, he's doing the right thing.
Yeah. Nice left from Mason, and a short right hand as well.
Get
As
your hands
Rebollar
free,
is
guys.
wild. Oh, nice right uppercut from Mason. Set that up perfectly.
See, Barrera, what I like about what he's doing is
Both fighters were trading shots, and they were landing clean on each other without either one slowing down.
Bernardo. Oh, that right hand to the body. Oh, my goodness. Left hand to the body. Oh,
A straight left.
my goodness.
Rebollar has no answer for that left hand of Abdullah Mason. Even though it was a cupping shot, let's see how Rebollar adjusts, because he's found no answer to the left hand of Abdullah Mason. Nice right uppercut there from Rebollar getting inside.
He's fighting on all cylinders. He needs to slow the pace down a bit because you don't want to get caught in between those shots.
Get off him.
Has nothing to lose. Nope. Nice body shot from Mason, and then follows it up with a right hand. But there's Rebollar, like you said, willing to take one or two in order to be able to land a shot.
Rebollar was taking Mason's heavy shots, and you could see the damage they were doing to him.
We knew it was going to be a test for Abdullah Mason. You can see the class, and now Mason bleeding from his nose.
Yeah. It's all about the second and third opportunities for Rebollar. That's what it's about.
Rebollar continues to work the body of Abdullah Mason. All right, so we spoke about Abdullah Mason being on Timothy Bradley's top 5 double stamp prospects, and here they are, Tim.
And the right hook.
Well, you'll recall that according to his father Valiant, that was the plan. He said, we're going to have an aggressive fighter coming at us. How do you get him off you? You start everything behind the jab.
That's what you're supposed to do, get it back.
Oh, short right there from Abdullah Mason. And there's that left. Oh, but a nice right from Rebollar. I'm telling you, he's game. He's in this fight.
Both fighters were still going at each other and trading heavy shots, but Rebollar was starting to fade from everything he'd taken.
And there's that uppercut from Rebollar.
Yeah, Abdullah's not going to the body enough.
That's a nice left from Abdullah Mason, though.
Just got a text message from Steve Kim. He said Abdullah needs to keep his chin down. He said it's too exposed, and he's right.
Questionable knockdown in that first round may end up being the difference in this fight, Tim. Mason taking some body shots, but then he lands leather to the chin. I mean, Tim, we're talking about strength. Oh, that mouthpiece came flying out once again with a left from Mason. That's been his money punch.
See, but the referee hasn't stopped it because Rebollar. Okay, there's a low in the action right there. Okay.
Went to work today. Abdullah Mason gonna go say, all right, I went to work today.
Oh, he definitely went to work today, and he gonna go to work in the gym too.
Abdullah Mason.
All right, Tim, I got no problem with the win. I have a problem.
Rebollar made it through all 4 rounds, and Mason boxed every one of them like a veteran. Bonitez was next, and he came in believing he could do what Rebollar couldn't.
He doesn't even need to fight. He loves to fight, and that's why Eric Garcia Bonitez is in the ring tonight against a top prospect like Abdullah Mason. He's a brawler who will just come forward.
Bro, he leaned in right there, lunged forward, and threw a looping left hand to the chest of Mason.
As we would say when we were kids, he socked him in the chest.
Shocked him in the chest. Stop his heart from beating. Like, Pops, chill out, man. I ain't trying to hurt nobody like that.
Mason's trying to hurt him with the left, and then he lands a right hand. And it looked like it should have been a knockdown, a flash knockdown.
He clipped. Probably could have got a knockdown, but referee judge.
At the start of the round, both fighters came out aggressive and testing each other with punches, but Mason was waiting on his moment.
How well he throws his punches. It also means how well he moves in each direction. And plus it means how well he defends against punches.
Oh, counter right hand. That's the best way to defend against that. The fight is over as referee Mark Nelson calls an end to this fight. What an impressive counter shot. Bad out there, and this is what happened.
That's all he did. I mean, quick little half step back, boom. Right there, you saw the opening. You saw Bonitez shooting the right hand. You know, he's doing what he's supposed to do, throwing the right hand, but he came out too wide. Dropped this the opposite hand. Exposed himself and got hit with a beautiful short counter. Look at this. Whoop. Wow. That's called a check hook. You're just checking his.
After that right hook, it was finished, with the referee waving it off and Mason getting the win that quickly.
Buenas noches.
Referee Mark Nelson for your winner by knockout, Abdullah.
All it took was one right hook to finish Bonitez. In May of 2023, Mason got his biggest stage yet, on the undercard of a title fight, and Desmond Lyons was the man waiting for him there.
But he sounds like a veteran, and that speaks to the skill set that we've seen early on in his career.
For a young fighter, and we just saw him less than 20 days ago, April 1st in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
If he stays on track, this is just the beginning. You already passes the eye test. See that right hook right there that ended his last fight.
When we see El General Emiliano Fernando Vargas in this card, there's that left.
Straight left.
It's just crisp, clean, nothing extra coming from Mason.
No wasted movements. And he's going to need that as the rounds increase and the competition gets stiffer. Good shot right there.
Desmond Lyons had over 100 amateur fights, so he knows what he's doing in there. But he's just in against a talented fighter. The angles that Mason has shown here.
In that corner, Mason just threw 4 different left hands.
Early in the round, both fighters were showing their experience in the ring, exchanging with each other without anything major getting through.
Talk about punch variety drain. You just mentioned it in one series. What guys tend to do over one round if possible.
The mistake Lyons is making is he's hesitant. He wants to go forward, but he's forgetting his jab. The jab will at least help him. He tried it right there to get in without getting cracked with that straight left hand from Mason. Sometimes you got to do what you feel like doing. Good shot right there. That was the opposite hand. Life's going to continue to happen during your career. As life happens, it can change you for the better or for the worse. We'll see how it's changed Lomachenko tonight. Good shot right there from Lyons.
You hear Valiant Mason, Abdullah's father, who also trains his 4 brothers. You got to push him back.
Let him go. Let him go.
You see the strength.
I got it.
Well, that'll be a conversation we're going to have all night long, especially in tonight's main event, about how quickly the referee, Harvey.
Both were being cautious, throwing punches and getting straight back out of range.
About the referee much tonight. I hope we announce who he is at the outset, and then I hope we don't say anything else about the referee except at the end that he's done a great job.
You're so optimistic sometimes, Dre.
I'm trying. I mean, I'm trying. I know it's boxing, and I know we've had controversy, most commissions and even Nevada, but man, I'm trying. This fight is too good of a fight to be marred by anything controversial from a ref or a judge.
And there's so many layers to the fight as Mason connects a solid left hand, and you see the left eye of Lyons now showing some irritation. Nice left hook, a step back, left uppercut from Mason.
Poise, professionalism, and an experience that is far beyond the few fights that he has. Good shot right there. Punch selection, punch arsenal. It's a lot going on. It's a tough task for Lyons. It's tough.
Lyons is a tough fighter, but Mason's speed was getting the better of him and starting to take over.
Because he's only 19 years old, just turned 19 actually in his young career.
It's professional boxing.
It's made him better.
I want to see my young guy on the way up get tested enough to know that he's been hit with a good shot. He's recovered, and he's ready for the next phase and the next step up.
That seems to be the progression we're seeing in Abdullah Mason. Last fight, he was fighting during Ramadan.
10 seconds.
And this time, he's at completely full strength and looking that way against a very determined Desmond Lyons out of North Augusta.
Punch for punch, give 2 to take 1 in order to intimidate the other guy. Ooh. Shots like that, when you can't get yours back, will intimidate fighters and make them afraid to throw.
Well, yeah, because at this point for Lyons, it's pick your poison. How does he avoid that vaunted left hand of Mason when that right hand is just as quick and lightning powerful?
Let him out, you're holding.
Reminds me of that Tang I used to drink when I was a kid. Nice body shot there from Mason to the solar plexus.
I mean, you come in there wearing what he's got on, you better fight like he's, ooh, good shot right there, straight to the solar plexus.
Mason's jabs were sharp and coming in numbers, and you could see what they were doing to Lyons.
Before that, we have another undercard fight that starts on ESPN. Nice uppercut there as the pace slows.
And Lyons says, I'm not going to argue with you, brother.
Yeah.
Give me, I'm going to
take that breather.
I'm going to take this break and recover.
Oh, nice counter right there from Lyons.
Good shot from both guys. Good exchange from both fighters in that moment.
They both catch a little breath, a second win, and said, let's get at it.
Kicking the door down forcefully, his youth allows him to do it.
And you know what?
Good shot right there.
Oh, that one hurt Lyons as he went backwards towards the ropes, and this is not where you want to be against Abdullah Mason. ESPN Plus pay-per-view, so we hope you'll join us. We're moving over to ESPN after 2 more fights here, and then we'll have our ESPN Plus pay-per-view. But for now, Abdullah Mason showing everything in his arsenal, Dre.
Yeah, I think he's going exclusively to the body. He's looking for a stoppage. He does not want this to go to distance. He got it.
And there it is, 2-0.
At the start of the 6th, Mason let go with everything he had, and that was enough for the referee to call it off.
His mind that this fight was going to end.
At 32 seconds of round number 6, for your winner by technical knockout, Abdullah Mason.
Lyons went 5.5 rounds with him and still couldn't find a way out of it. Cesar Villarraga was next, a veteran hoping all his years in the sport would be enough to solve Mason.
In just 21 months as a pro, and he's ready to shine here for all of you on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN.
Well, first of all, you're going to see the amateur pedigree.
Developing young fighter like Abdullah Mason. Activity and improvement. And he hasn't failed yet.
Yeah, activity is important for a fighter. It's like, you know, it's like produce in the store. Think about it that way. It's like if you let some bread sit on the counter too long, it's going to get moldy. You let some food
in the gym, but under the bright lights, it all changes. Abdullah, he's ready for the bright lights, and he wants that smoke. 19 years old.
You know, that's hard to believe. I'm not going to lie. That's really hard to believe when you watch him in the way he controls the ring and dominates the center of the ring and just his reflexes.
He's in a loaded lightweight division, so he may...
At the start of the round, the two fighters went shot for shot, and neither one looked like easing off anytime soon.
And set them up to finish in impressive fashion.
Yeah, that was a nice right hand. Just, you know, right there. Be another right hand lands for Villarraga.
And it's interesting. Nice body work from Abdullah Mason.
Is reactive. That's what he is. That's the word I was looking for. He's reactive. You know, he's a dangerous fighter. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not saying he's scared. What I'm saying is he's just reactive, like he's almost scared. You know, he's making sure that he's protecting himself. When Mason lets some offense off, he's making sure to punch back just so he can bag him off.
So both fighters landing nice counter shots. Villarraga with the rights and Abdullah with the lefts.
Iron his work for just a brief moment, and he's not clearing the distance where you have Villarraga that's just letting his hands fly from position, and he's catching. See, that's what I mean, my reactive right there from Villarraga. So what he did was that.
Into the second, all of Villarraga's years in the sport were on show as he threw more and picked out more gaps. And as the round went on, Mason adjusted and started getting his own shots off.
Talking about mid-range to inside, he's dangerous. He has short arms and he's compact. And he doesn't load up his shots. They just come right from position and they're heavy, heavy punches.
But Villarraga just landed a nice looping overhand left. Oh, nice uppercut from Abdullah Mason, and he shook Villarraga. Now he's going down to the body. Nice left from Mason. He set it up perfectly off of a blinding jab.
That body shot. Now, see, now that's what I'm talking about. Now, those are precise shots right there from Mason. Nice setup, getting around the elbow of Villarraga to land that body shot.
Now he's making Villarraga miss with a right.
Villarraga was gradually fading, and Mason was becoming the one running the fight.
At the right time, won. Also, quite often, it's Jared Anderson.
We saw him get caught by Charles Martin last time out. Low on the belt line there from Abdullah Mason. Those shots are good. The last words there for Abdullah.
So that's what I would tell. That's what I would tell Abdullah is like, hey man, use your jab, take your time. I know you want to break him down. You're getting anxious. You know, you're 19 years old. Take your time, though.
You know what? Villarraga starts quick. The last couple of rounds, he's been able to land some good shots on Abdullah Mason, who's content to exchange and see if Villarraga can take his firepower.
Dropped his hand. Threw an uppercut from too far. That's another thing that
Villarraga's an excellent counter puncher. Nice body work. Straight left to the belt line.
But I can just tell you this, Abdullah doesn't feel threatened at all. I mean, if he felt threatened, he wouldn't be throwing shots and unleashing shots like that and allowing anything to get inside. So he's comfortable.
Abdullah just turned 19 recently. Nice left uppercut from Abdullah, straight left. You see the quickness in that left hand, and Villarraga answers with the overhand right.
Mason had Villarraga under constant pressure, working the body and the head nonstop.
Oh, geez, he's in there. He's trying. I don't know. He don't look like he's trying to win, but what he's trying to do is he's trying to fight back. That's it. He's
just enough to keep Abdullah Mason honest, actually.
That's it. And to uncover some mistakes or flaws.
Yeah.
So maybe we're going to put him in with that.
Oh, nice body work from Abdullah Mason. Sitting on his punches, taking right hand as these two exchange at the bell.
To feel the power coming back from Villarraga, so he's okay. He's like, that's nothing. That's nothing for me.
Yeah, half of
one of the things that I learned from Manny Pacquiao was when I fought him the first time was Dude, he fainted the hell out of me. Oh my gosh, this dude throws so many feints. Foot feints, head feints, hand feints, you know, and he kept me big.
By the fifth, every shot Mason threw was finding a home, and Villarraga had no answer for any of it.
Oh my goodness, yes it is. Oh, nice uppercut. That time is at the liver. He got to find a way to get to that liver of Villarraga.
The father of 3 children,
right hand. Catching
15, 11, and 4. He fights for them to have a better life, and that's what Abdullah Mason's up against. A man who works constructions in the heat of Southern California, then goes to the gym because he loves this. And so you got to break him down like Mason's trying to do there to the body within the next month. And you see Villarraga taking those body shots from Mason, who has now...
That's about feints. You know, at the end of the last round, Mason, he did throw some feints. It was the wrong distance, and he didn't believe it. You know, your feints when you...
grind out a win.
Oh, yeah.
And not just blast guys out.
Yes.
And this is valuable experience for Abdullah Mason, who came into this fight basically with a total of 23 rounds. And
late in the final round, Villarraga had nothing left in the tank, and Mason was still picking his spot for the next one.
I mean, it deepens your bag of experience, you know, and you find ways to have him to overcome, like he's doing right now.
There's that flurry from Abdullah Mason trying to break down Villarraga. That's a great left hand as Villarraga tries to answer.
He has to show tonight, man. He has to show which one he is. Is he a stanky fart under that pressure, or guess what? Or he a diamond. And right now he's showing he's a diamond, baby.
He's a diamond in the rough.
That's right.
Valiant makes that up, makes the right cut so that Abdullah Mason can fulfill his destiny of becoming
Abdullah Mason!
10th victory.
Doing that to a man with that much experience is not something many young fighters manage. Benjamin Gurment came after him, and he walked in convinced he had Mason figured out.
Against Jose Cardenas in November of 2023, and he starts off his 2024 campaign, Tim, hoping to become the prospect of the year.
He might be past that. He might be a contender, you know. Sometimes you never know how this game is going to go. It all depends on your performances inside the ring against the competition that they provide for you inside the ring. However, tonight he's facing a southpaw. This is a closed stance battle right here.
I faced plenty of southpaws, not only in the amateurs, but also in the gym. You see the quick hands from Abdullah Mason here against the former U.S. Army veteran, Gurment.
And now Mason now coming back with his own offense. Didn't like the position he was in, and he changed the tide real quick.
And now he's got Gurment back against the ropes.
Right from the opening bell, Mason came out aggressive, throwing from both sides at Gurment.
Power of Abdullah Mason.
And you see the offensive prowess. You know, you don't see a guy that's just looking to counterpunch. You see him on his front foot, cut with a little abrasion over the right eye of Gurment.
And you see underneath the right eye, the inflammation also on Gurment, an Army veteran who served in Djibouti as well as Kansas.
But that's exactly what Gurment needs to do, because he's not going to match him skill for skill. He just needs to take advantage of either the low points or sneak behind that offense, which he does by stepping and stepping under on Mason to get inside just to work some offense. And he's jabbing with him. So you get a good jabber, you jab with him. It'd be the battle of jabs.
But then you have power of Mason. You saw that double left hand, and you saw Gurment retreat towards the ropes. And Mason now looking to put an end to this fight. Those left hooks landing cleanly on the chin of Gurment, who finally...
After those heavy left hooks from Mason, Gurment was back onto the ropes, with no way of dealing with that kind of speed and power.
Love that.
Excellent job from Harvey Dock from the state of New York. Oh, what a finish from Abdullah Mason. He didn't need a short leash. All he needed was one shot to say good night. Wow.
For your winner by technical knockout, Abdullah Mason!
Ending a fight with one shot like that is why nobody wants to give Mason an opening. Ronald Ron was next, and he had no idea what was about to come at him.
WBA 130-pound champion. His loss came at the hands of Tank Davis.
I'm gonna say right now, call somebody that you know that want to see a knockout or want to see a great fighter on the rise. Call him right now and let him know that Abdullah Mason is inside the ring right now. This is going to be his toughest challenge as of yet. Ron is coming into the bout after two phenomenal skills, speed, timing, punch placement, and variety. You see the defense after as well. Ron, I'll have to give it to you. Ron does have some pop on his shots. So Mason's going to have to be extra careful tonight and not get hit with anything silly or get caught in between.
Part of the Mason 5, and there's that lightning quick left hook, and Ron's legs go out under him.
That destructive left hook put Ron down on the canvas, still trying to work out what had just hit him.
A lot of guys, I see a lot of men in this ring leading with left hooks. You see his head directly on that line, but then you see Abdullah Mason recognizing that, seeing that coming. That's called ring IQ.
His performance against Jose Cardenas on the Shakur Stevenson undercard, he was so happy because he stayed poised defensively.
That's extremely important. And right now, Ron is starting to gain a little bit of confidence, right? The fact that he's still here.
Yeah, still here to take those shots.
Good speed in the inside. Not a whole lot of pop on those shots. I like that. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Ooh, like that. What a nice left uppercut counter.
Mason was punishing Ron with one heavy shot after another.
Part of it, but it was just a perfect straight shot. Now a double left uppercut from Abdullah Mason.
Good jab.
Nice defensive responsibility with that left, keeping it right where it needs to be, Tim.
But we talked about early on, that was a vicious shot to the body. But you're starting to see the confidence build right now in Ron. In his mind, I didn't think he probably didn't expect to still be here, standing. But now he's coming back with his own offense.
Here you see another right hand from Ron. Has to take two left hooks, but it's turning into an exciting fight for the fans.
Ron is starting to believe Abdullah's going to have to do something. Or just keep doing what he's doing right now. Just picking it.
They went back and forth until both of them were running on empty, but Mason still isn't finished with him yet.
That combination punching, nice left uppercut from Abdullah Mason.
Good defense.
Forcing Ron to keep his hands
in his pocket.
In a defensive position.
Yep.
Now down to the body from Ron with a straight right. Mason stepping in and the body shot.
Right here, Mason. Right there.
There it is. That's
right
the
to
one
solar
that hurt
plex.
him.
That's the one that hurt him. Yep. Right to the solar plex right there.
The speed is killing this kid. So Mason needs to continue to not only throw fast, but throw hard and continue to let those hands go and punish Ron at the center of the ring. It's lefts and rights, and Abdullah Mason showing that mean streak, gets caught with the right hand, and will he respond in kind here against Ron, who continues to get pummeled. Worked back towards the corner, and the punishment continues until Lawrence Cole says this is enough. Abdullah Mason, 11 knockouts.
Late in the fourth, the referee stepped in after Mason opened up on him, and Ron stopped answering back.
Boom. Boom. Just beautiful work right there by the young phenom.
Downstairs, upstairs.
1 minute, 2 seconds of round number 4 for your winner by technical knockout, Abdullah Mason.
All right, Abdullah Mason gets his third.
After that beating on Ron, Mason moved straight on to Luis LeBron, a fighter who had shared the ring with far better names than most of the fighters on this list.
Abdullah. Pressure, I understand he's the better technician. I got to work smart, but the pressure's on him. I have nothing to lose, he told us.
Yeah, I doubt that. You know, when you're in there with a superior counterpuncher with speed, reflexes, as well as a Mason, you're going to take your time. He's going to force you to take your time because any time or any mistake you make, he's going to make you pay.
Is scheduled for 8. Ring walk came down to Purple Rain, and he's got the purple trunks, the full purple kit with the bedazzled. Look at these kicks.
This is going to be a really good test, and things will heat up midway. If LeBron, he's going to turn it up. He's going to see. He's going to find.
LeBron had the upper hand early, and he even managed to keep Mason on the ropes for a while.
There are all those unique rungs on the ladder of being a prized prospect. When you're somebody like Abdullah Mason, as you see the pressure from LeBron as he had him pinned against the ropes for a second, turns back to the center of the ring and applies that southpaw jab. But just getting back to that conversation, Timmy, obviously matchmaking is critical when you have such a prized blue chip guy like Abdullah Mason in against. And those stages of development, as you go from 4-rounders to 6-rounders to 8-rounders, the opponents serve a purpose.
Yes.
And having an opponent who can pressure you, who can hit you, who can have you find out something about yourself is a very important step.
It is a very important thing. I mean, you have Abdullah that's coming in this matchup with 3 knockouts, back-to-back knockouts.
Right.
So you wonder how he's going to be able to deal with the pressure that comes with this as well. And he still has to perform and look flawless doing it, Tess. LeBron just slowly, methodically just coming forward.
Left uppercut.
Nothing was getting through on either side, and it was going to take one mistake to open the whole thing up.
That is able to slip and go to the body with the left hand was Mason.
Yeah, LeBron knows that he's outgunned. He knows that the speed differential. So he's going to have to depend on timing. There's no Tiger that same stripes. They don't have the same stripes. This young man right here, he knows what he's doing
Round
outside
number
that
2
ring.
for Mason against LeBron. You saw,
there it is.
You may have heard, and there's the combination. There's the hand speed as well. You heard from his father, Valiant. His 52-year-old father is his trainer. He said, take your time and keep it simple. That was the message to Abdullah Mason. I want to ask you about the relationship with Valiant Mason, his father who trained in martial arts and raises his family. But that is a cohesive unit that leads to success.
Respect. Father's a teacher.
Uppercut.
Discipline test. Self-belief. All the things that the father has instilled in this young man.
Into the second, Mason's speed started winning out, and he was landing a lot more, with enough behind every shot to make sure LeBron felt it.
There was an uppercut about 20 seconds ago, and after that, you saw blood immediately come from the nose of LeBron.
Tess, this is not, what you're watching right now is not a normal 20-year-old. I promise you that. Look how calm he is.
I was just about to say, did you just see how comfortable he was
calm,
on the inside?
cool. Now he has LeBron now dripping. Look at the noise back. He's respecting the young man. He's putting combinations together. He hurt him with that shot. It's over.
Badly. Round number 2, and the young sensation Abdullah Mason has LeBron in trouble. Look at that face. This #1 prospect in the world can close the show. Mason puts him down again. Right hooks did it this time. Just an onslaught of offense. Patiently just waiting on him. And LeBron's gonna get some more pain in round 3. You just know it.
After that beating, LeBron wasn't the same fighter he was 2 minutes ago, with Mason having him completely scrambled from shots he really felt.
Speed, the accuracy, the quickness.
His father told him to be patient and have some fun. Boy, oh boy, is it fun.
Assertive.
Yes.
That's the difference. He doesn't mind going to the action. He doesn't mind being close tests. He doesn't mind taking risks. That's what makes him so fun to
Combination
watch.
again. Left uppercut it started with. Stab jab from that southpaw position. Now posting, looking for range, possibly for that left hand. Body attack from Abdullah. Oh, what a shot! Then it goes to the body. The hand speed, the total package. Upstairs, downstairs, LeBron's hurt again, backing up into that corner. They're going to throw in the towel. His corner has seen enough, and we want to see more of Abdullah Mason.
Your winner by technical knockout, Abdullah Mason.
Beating a fighter as experienced as Luis LeBron at 20 years old is not something you see very often. Mike Ohan Jr. was next, and he was walking in with more confidence than anyone Mason had faced.
England, and Abdullah Mason visualizes this fight like he does every other, setting up his punches and coming away victorious. Ohan will put that to the test. You might recognize because his father, he was a professional fighter, 14 6-2 with 11 knockouts was his professional record, but he was better known as Marvin Hagler's main sparring partner.
Wow.
Imagine what that must have been like.
Hell.
Exactly.
I don't know why. I see a body shot followed by a right hook, a lead right hook coming from Mason on Ohan, getting him in trouble. Oh, that body shot right there. Oh.
One of the things that Mason does so well, he finds the opening and he takes advantage of it. A nice counter there from Ohan, but good defense as Mason blocked that body shot with his forearm. But you could see that Ohan
changing right now, keeping his lower center of gravity, getting underneath a lot of the shots that Mason is throwing besides the body shots. And that right hook came, but he missed because Ohan got underneath that shot.
nice uppercut there from Abdullah Mason, and Ohan was trying to land the right.
And again, that's the IQ of Mason, understanding and seeing what Ohan is doing, seeing that he's getting low.
Landing that right hook that sets up the left. And you see the crowd now getting into it here. They
shots. Those are not peppering type of punches.
Ooh, like that one, that uppercut that puts Ohan on the seat of his pants.
Never saw it coming.
4, 5.
That sharp uppercut put Ohan on the canvas, and right there he found out how much power Mason was carrying on his punches.
The prowling lion, ready to pounce.
Right?
This kid is so much fun to watch.
Yes,
20 years old. The eyes, Tim.
Tells it all. The eyes tell it all. Laser focused. Concentrated all the way through. That's important. No, this is what I was talking about. What
There's
a straight
flurry.
left hand.
And that one puts Ohan down again, and he's got to think about what's next. And the corner is on there, and now we see that the fight is being called by Mark DeLuca in the blue corner. He had seen enough.
Hey.
What a blistering finish from this young man, Abdullah Mason. He gets to 15 victories, 13 by way of knockout. We talk about him stealing the show.
Declaring your winner, Abdullah Mason.
2 shots were all it took before Mike Ohan Jr.'s night was waved off. Johan Vasquez was next, and out of everyone here, he was the one who would make Mason work for it.
And tonight, he'll need every piece of advice on how to solve the puzzle that is Abdullah. You're jealous? You want to grow that out?
No, I'm just thinking, like, what is that called? That's like
I asked
barber's choice. Land that left hand straight down the middle. Left, either straight left or the left uppercut. You see Vasquez leaning forward.
Oh, Abdullah gets dropped by the left.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Can you take it on the chin? That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the name.
Vasquez knocked Mason down and left him stunned, and this was only the start of it.
All they got to do is land one.
And now La Fiera. That means the beast is coming after Abdullah Mason. Down for the first time in his professional career. Abdullah's human. Oh, and he gets rocked by a right hand. Oh, what a shot by Abdullah Mason. He lands on Johan Vasquez.
Said it was going to be an uppercut. And that it was.
Are you not entertained? Round 1, a minute and 15 seconds, and Abdullah's going for the finish. Vasquez looking to survive, but this is where Abdullah Mason is at his best. What a jab from Abdullah Mason. Left uppercut from Abdullah. Oh, now Abdullah's down for the second time with a check left hook. What a round we're seeing early on here.
That exchange between Vasquez and Mason had the whole crowd on their feet, and nobody in there knew what was still to come.
The crowd is on their feet. I'm about to lose my voice.
This is what we've been waiting on right here. This is exactly what we've been waiting on. Want to see what Abdullah has in on the inside. It's fight or flight. They're usually going to fight, especially one that can punch.
Tim, Abdullah's been an excellent finisher. He got a little over-anxious against a veteran, and he made him pay. But here's Abdullah once again going in, and Mason got a little bit over-anxious. He's getting a little bit too close to a very dangerous La Fiera Johan Vasquez, and
Put that chin down into your chest, especially when you're throwing your offense.
now that straight left from
Thank you,
Vasquez. And he's making him dance, but this is where Vasquez has been the most dangerous.
Shows you how conditioned he is, where his mindset is, and he's still in there trying to go for the kill.
Vasquez holding and punching, and Abdullah says, you hold me, you better hold me tight because I'm going to go to the body and drop you with the shot to the solar plexus.
He mean.
That's it.
He mean.
It's a body shot.
Your winner by knockout, Abdullah Mason.
Mason dropped Johan Vasquez and had him down on one knee. Coming through a fight that hard at his age is exactly why people rate him so highly. Manuel Jaimes was next, and he found out very fast what happens when you give Mason room.
Always comes to show out.
Yeah, Jaimes is going to have to not sit there and box with Mason. What he's going to have to do is close the distance on him, make him uncomfortable, and see the land, if he can land any big shots over the top when he least expected.
It was a left hook of Johan Vasquez that did the damage against Abdullah Mason. Since then, he's tightened up his defense. He said he's going to take his time. It's now that to slow you down because he was getting a little bit too quick early on in his fights.
It's just that, yeah, you come out, you set your jab, of course, but when you're throwing combinations and heat and you're stepping back and you're throwing uppercuts right out the gate.
Both fighters were exchanging in the first, but Mason was the one coming forward and forcing it.
Lunge there from Abdullah Mason, who has a 5-inch reach advantage. There's that stick from Abdullah.
See, I like it as long as he don't get away from his nature, though. His nature is to come forward. Yeah, different style. However, yes, Mero can punch, but I don't think he's a sharp puncher. He's more of a thudding puncher, but not a sharp puncher. If it lands and it lands on that chin, just watch the reaction from Jaimes.
A nice quick 4-punch combination from Jaimes. Good defense, though, from Abdullah Mason.
He will look for the right hook. He saw that lead hand reach to parry the jab.
Oh, there's a nice 1-2.
And that was fast. And strong in his eyes. He was completely focused, dialed in. That jab is something else from him. There it is.
And it sets that shot up.
I told you. Give him the reach. There it is. I told you. Watch the reaction.
A hook in the second put Jaimes down on one knee, and Mason came straight back at him without giving him a second to breathe.
Perfect setup from Abdullah Mason. Now there's that stick once again. That shot is so devastating. You mentioned earlier tonight, what type of jab is it? Well, this is a punishing jab.
It is a punishing jab. It freezes your opposition. It's not one of those jabs that's just like a range fighter. No. So we just got done talking about Tank Davis. And
that's a nice body shot. That was a left hook to the liver. Abdullah does it from middle range and out. Whoa, Santa Cruz threw the same shot 3 times. And you just cannot be repetitive against Tank.
Close that distance because he's out at range. He's dead meat. Dead meat out at range.
That's another straight left from Abdullah Mason. Sets up that jab.
He needs to try to use that shot again. Let's see if he learned anything from that last fight. Use the left hook.
Into the third, Jaimes was hanging on, and Mason wasn't going to let this go much longer.
Good defense after. You see him got underneath that left hook.
Left uppercut again, and he follows it with the right.
Look at the speed and the power.
That stiff jab.
Yeah, but again, mastering your technique. That's what it's all about. You got to master your technique, okay? Good technical. He can hurt you in any round. But I know he trains that way. Great jab. Jaimes right now, like, he don't know what to do. He has no clue what to do.
And 1 punch landed from Jaimes in round number 2. You see the defensive
Nice right
efficiency. Right there. Nice right hand from Jaimes. And then that left hook from Abdullah Mason says, I'm going to let you get one.
Jaimes was down on the canvas again, and Mason already knew this match was finished.
Left uppercut again.
You see, it seems helpless. Look, like Jaimes he's in there throwing. Jaimes got some dog in him.
For your winner by technical knockout, Abdullah Mason.
3 knockdowns, and Jaimes never once looked like getting back into it. Albert Bell was the last one, undefeated just like Mason, and this was the fight everyone wanted to see.
Mason in the white, Bell in the red.
This first round is going to be very important for Mason to establish dominance.
Lean over, get a little bit sloppy so he can land those counter shots and then get out of the way.
Left hand to the body there for Mason, who is in a very physical.
This is going to come down to accuracy. Who lands the accurate shots, not the power shots.
Mason on the front foot. This crowd is really urging him on. A slip obviously there for. So I don't think Albert Bell takes this fight on 10 days notice unless he's very confident that he can get the job done. Counter right again as Bell jumps in. And
that's going to be the main punch, like I said the last round. That's the victory for Bell. It's not a 1-2. When you're fighting a southpaw, you want to mix that up. You want to throw a 2-1 right hand that Albert Bell just unleashed.
Looks like a small cut over the left eye.
Through the first 2 rounds, they were both feeling each other out, throwing feints and jabs and waiting for a gap to show up.
In favor of Albert Bell, competitive second round.
Athleticism and confidence. We got a confident fighter. Stop it. Should go concentrate on speed and combinations. Don't load up on any shots and don't try to head on. You're not going to catch nothing upstairs right now.
Bell spins Mason around and lands another couple shots.
In that last round was just 6 of 31. Not the greatest of percentages. Abdullah Mason, 2 of 29.
Wow. And just with one hand, just keeping it cocked. Because every time he comes in, the right hand's going right down. Falling for, even came back with a check hook.
And now they're letting their hands go a little bit here at the end of the round.
Good body shot there by Bell.
In favor of Albert Bell. He's not dominating by any.
By the 5th, neither man had given away a thing, and this was turning into a game of chess.
They're eye-catching shots that the judges.
3-1 at worst, but yes, I have Bell in control. Boxing nicely, has the young champion check right now.
Mason trying to dig downstairs to the body.
The younger, aggressive fighter make mistakes, and that's exactly what Bell's doing. He's not overdoing anything. He's waiting for Bell. He's waiting for Mason to make the mistake.
Mason landed a good shot, but Bell.
Good shot. See that right hand right there? Right. Kept that young buck right at bay, right at the end of the right hand.
When it's not a high-volume type of fight, it's shots like one of the better shots that Abdullah Mason has landed all night long. Albert Bell quick to tie him up, but that was a good left hand.
And you can see the crowd. We saw against Sam Noakes in his last fight. In his last fight, Mason showed a great gas tank. He can fight all night, and there he just landed a big shot to Bell, who's holding up.
What Mason needs to do, just touch anything, punch out anything, make it rough.
Uppercut from Bell. The more aggressive.
The 8th was where Mason stopped waiting and started landing big shots on Bell.
You have the crowd behind you.
And all the energy in this crowd.
Good shot there by Mason. 1-2 to the body. Very awkward combination, but that'll keep your opponent in check.
And something to runner as well. Albert Bell has never fought in a 12-round fight. Abdullah Mason's only done it once, but Albert Bell has never done it.
In that right hand again.
Those body shots are starting to add up. Everything is affecting Albert Bell.
Mason hurting Albert Bell to the body, and the crowd knows it. The crowd's sensing it.
It seems like Bell needs to show us more offense to back this kid off him.
By the 9th, the round belonged to Mason, and he had boxed Bell into the ground.
Always look like you're pressuring your opponent backwards with that jab.
Energetic rounds belong to Mason.
To the body, you jab to the body.
Been in 28 professional fights. This is the first time he's ever been in a round 11.
See, and there he goes.
Something. There's another good one. But too few and far between.
Round 12.
No matter how tired you are, in the last round, you usually get a burst of energy, and the energy is coming from Mason. That is a knockdown.
What a burst from Abdullah Mason out of the corner. Look, he knows he's been in control for the first 4 or 5 rounds of this fight.
Because Bell was trying to block and look for body shots. It will be there again. Bell keeps that chin high.
And now you know Bell's just going to try and survive the round. Chris Mannix has the challenger up by a point. Another left on the temple, and he goes down. Will they call that a knockdown?
That should be a knockdown, guys.
And they're
Stopping
stopping the
it.
fight.
They're stopping it. Oh my word!
You cannot
You
stop.
cannot stop it. But guess what? It doesn't matter.
The fatigue had set in. Bell was bloodied. He was bruised. He was battered. But Abdullah Mason still deserved the knockout.
Well, here's what. Is that the future of the fight game? Abdullah Mason from right here in Cleveland.
Abdullah Mason kept hold of his lightweight title and stayed undefeated, and beating a fighter like Albert Bell over 12 rounds is exactly why people believe he's going to run this division for years. Which one of these knockouts was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next round, fight fans.